I started the recording. So from today we will be starting dynamics. This is an advanced version, which we are gonna work. In Maya Dynamics, you will be learning particle simulation, fluid simulation. You will be learning oceans, how to create oceans or pond simulation. Maya hair effects. Okay, how to create hair simulation along with that crowd simulation. Okay, um, then few more effects. Okay, and cloth simulation as well. So let's start from uh, from the basic part. um, See, normally VFX part, if we see when we work on After Effects or Nuke and all, we will be working with the footages. Okay, there are certain footages. So here we develop footages, we will create footages. And in the industry, there is a separate division called FX team. There is a separate division called, simulation team, or cloth and fur, cloth team, hair and fur team, like that. Okay. So all this, there are multiple areas are there in this. Okay. So we will see examples. Every day we'll try to create one output from the scratch. By end of the session, we will be achieving one output. Okay. And if uh, if you do whatever I'm doing, okay, you can make a showreel. So that many examples I'm going to show. Okay. And another thing regarding animation part, okay, that's you have to create a showreel in animation. Okay, that's the portfolio for you guys for this sem. And these are additional, like whenever you create dynamics and all, these are additional showreels as well. Okay, so first thing, go to FX here.
Sorry, sir.
You guys have to create showreel in animation. So there are multiple examples which I have shown in animation. So try to complete all those. Okay, animation part. See some more references. You can try creating the animation by looking at the pose itself. Okay. um, you have to create a showreel. So once the animation part is done, you can reach out to me. I'll help you to do rendering. Okay.
Okay.
And you can create showreel, means whatever work I'm doing here in dynamics, if you do the same thing, even your showreel demo dynamics demo reel also will be done. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
so
Thanks, sir.
he so here in the status bar, pick the topic fx, pick the topic as fx. This fx consists of so many menus, like see n particles, there are so many particle, different types of particles are there. A lot of options are there. Fluids, there are so many fluids option, cloth option, and hair, and constraint, cache files. So there are multiple solvers or fields. Okay, there are a few effects. So what does this N stands for? N stands for nucleus. Okay, N particle means N stands for nucleus. Nucleus does have the certain fields are incorporated by default. Fields in the sense, in the real world, it can be wind, okay, or air. So if you turn on fan, the air, how does it, spreads? Or let's say from one particular direction, either in, let's say for example, if air is hitting you in the front, okay, or it is hitting you on the left side or right side, there is particular axis, right? That's how we define. So here also it is fields. Okay, we can create the same amount of air energy or wind energy or gravitational force here also. This is purely based on physics. This entire dynamics part, it's purely based on physics, and it's really fun working. Okay. If you see here, so these are the particles. It will do the simulation with the help of these fields: air field, drag field, gravitational field, Newton, radial, turbulence, uniform, vortex. Okay. Um, we'll discuss more about this while working on individual examples. Okay. Now here in the bottom, if you see legacy particles in the sense, these are the standard particle system, okay, which were available in the earlier version of Maya, okay, before n particles was there. So there are certain things like create emitter, create springs, emit from object, collide, particle tool. There are so many things. Okay, let me go to particle tool first. For that, you have to go to option box. Now, if you observe here, particle name, you can write any name, or else by default, it will take as particle one. Number of particle, how many particle you want? You want one? It's just a dot. See, you can see a red dot, fine red dot. I can increase the number of particle, like around 40 particle. When I click also, it's just one single dot is the red dot is there, but actually there are 40 particles are there because we haven't increased the radius. It's on top of it like that only. So if I start to increase the radius, when I click here, the number of particles, so many particles. I'm gonna reduce, change the color to black like this so that you can see. Now, if I reduce this maximum radius and if I click, you can see the 40 particle at one point like this. I click here, there are 40 particle here. So here even what I can sketch, I can increase the radius and I can, there's an option called sketch particle. I can sketch like this. Okay, you can see so many particles are there. Sketch interval, if I increase, there is a gap, like it won't be so close, there is a gap. So I can create a particle system like this. Then to complete this, you have to press enter. Once you press enter, see there are so many particle system like this. So here, if you select this one, everything is gonna select. If you select anything, one individual, entire thing will select, because this entire thing is called particle one. This entire system is called particle one. Okay. Now let me go to attribute of this. Okay. And I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play now. So you have to go to default frame number one, then you play. Nothing is happening. Why? Because since this is a legacy particle, there are no fields added to this by default. Okay. Let's do one thing. I'm going to select this fields. Let me try giving vortex. Okay. Vortex. And if you see, this is the shape of this particular node is something like this. Okay. So what I'll do here, when I play, so I'm just going to set to 500 frames. So go to frame number one. And when I play, just observe this particle, it's simulating like this. It's just rotating it like this. Okay. You have an option like this. Why? Because see, this is vortex. Vortex, for example, twister. How does a twister work like? So same way vortex does. Same effect vortex will give. Okay. I have given vertex, right? So I'm selecting that vertex field vertex, which was there in the center. There are two things which are very important in vortex. One is magnitude, another is attenuation. Magnitude will increase the power, or you can call it as force. Now magnitude is 5, right? Again, you observe the simulation part of this. Let me play. Okay, very slowly it moves. Now the vertex field, Magnitude instead of 5, I give 50. I give 50. Now check. It's so quick. It's rotating so quick. There's another thing called attenuation. Attenuation is nothing but, like controlling the force of the magnitude, controlling the force, I can say, attenuation. So if it is 0, there's no control. So fast. So if I'm increasing the attenuation, it holds, it does control. Very only this area it's happening. Okay, like this. So by default, let it be 5, and here it is 1 only. And you can say axis, on what axis it is rotating: x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So it's working on y-axis. Let's say I want this to work on x-axis, and if I make it 0, the y-axis as 0, just observe what is happening here. Can you see it's rotating like this? If I don't have the control of attenuation, so quick. Okay, it's like this. So let it be in y-axis only. It looks good. Don't want in x-axis. Attenuation by default, let it be 1. So these are the common points which are there. The field attributes are available in all the fields. Okay. Now let's see magic now. So I explained about vortex field. Now let's select this particle. What is this? This is particle shape. Okay. The names, if you observe here under particle shape and in lifespan attribute, these particles are living forever. Okay. See, particle, it has a life. Okay. When it starts, if there is a start, there is an end also. We can define a death rate for particle. Let it be, I'll explain this with some other example. Let's say there are different type of particles are there. Where do I see that? So if you just come down, there's an option called under particle shape, there's an option called render attributes. Okay. Under render attributes, particle render type, these are points. You can see there are 10 different type of particle: multi-point, multi-streak, numeric, point, by default it is point, spheres, sprite, streak, and blobby surface, cloud, and iTube. The last 3 is there. No, these are software rendered particle. Software rendered particle. That means in the render setting, Maya software is there, Maya hardware is there, and if you turn on the plugin, you have Arnold, V-Ray, or whatever. Okay. So Maya software particle, okay, means these 3 are software render particle. In software only it will render, and remaining except numeric, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The remaining 6 particle will render in hardware. Okay, it will render in hardware. So numeric is a non-renderable particle. You can see numbers, how many numbers, like how many particles are there. Let's say it shows 74, okay, around 7,000, 7,009, 57, 8,000. Wow, there are so many particles. It will count also around 12,000, 15,000. So many particles are there. Okay. Uh, it it just counts. It will give a count how many particles are there. So this is the multi-point look like, and for each and every particle there is an attribute. Now if I go to point, I can go to the attributes of point. So I can increase the point size, like all this I can do. Now instead of point, if I go to sphere, you see sphere here. There are so many spheres, see, right? You can change this to sprite. So sprite, actually, you need to increase uh, like it should start from the beginning. That's one sprite. So let's say this is, I'll take sphere. Okay, so sphere is there. Similarly, if I go to blobby surface, this is how the blobby surface. We will look into blobby surface and the other things. Let's pick sphere for now, for time being now. And now let's see how does this looks. And sphere current render type, I can reduce the radius. Okay, it's like this. Now anyhow vortex is applied. Let's play. So if you notice, like the galaxy or some other shots, it does have like this. There's another thing. Okay, I can turn off, I can delete off vertex. I don't want vertex. Okay, let's select this and you can press just delete, it will go. Again, you have to select the particle and I'll apply another field called turbulence. Turbulence is nothing but noise. The same you get, same magnitude, attenuation, everything you got it. And when we play this, you can see there are noise. Particles are simulating like this here and there. So I can reduce attenuation. When I reduce attenuation, lot of movements like this. See, it's like this. Okay. So you can change the frequency, you can change, add noise level, the amount of noise, how much you want. So many things. Okay. So just try creating some particle. You have to go to here, like go to particle tool, you can create something. Okay. So just to try for the particle one. Now what I'll do here, there's another thing called create emitter. This is really important and so many examples we can create with emitter. So it's very simple. Particle tool creates particle. Emitter tool will create emitter which emits particle. Okay, there's an emitter now. And when I play, just observe, emitter is emitting particles. Emitter is emitting particle. So now this is emitting particle in all the direction. Okay, this is omni emitter. Okay, I'll go to, for that I need to select the emitter. So I'm selecting the emitter. When I play, this emitter is emitting particle. So this emitter, what type of emitter is this? This is called omni emitter. There are 5 different type of emitters. Particle, how many types of particles are there? There are 10 different type of particle. In that 3 particles are software render particle. 1 is non-renderable, that is numeric, and remaining 6 is hardware render particle. Okay. Now, emitter, there are 5 different type of emitter. One is omni emitter, one is surface emitter, curve and volume. For surface emitter, you have to select some object. From the object it will emit, that is surface emitter. For curve emitter, you have to create some curve. From the curve, but if you select the curve and you apply, uh, and you apply emit from object, it will be a curve emitter. Okay, then volume is, you have to create a shape, or we can pick a shape here for emitting. So let it be omni for time being. Okay, so omni emits the particle in all the direction. Okay, Now let's create something. Okay. So what I'll do, I'm just selecting this Omni and I'm gonna place it a little bit up. Then what I'll do, I want the um, emitter. You have seen a fireworks, right? I, I want particle simulation to happen like a fireworks. So what I'll do, instead of Omni, I go for directional emitter. And when I select directional emitter, I want particle to emit in particular direction. Now let's see. You can see particles are emitting in this direction. This is x-axis. I don't want x-axis. I want y-axis. Direction y. Okay. Then when I select, I added 1 instead of 0. I made it 1. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the particle is emitting in this direction, right? Y-axis. Just below this in the emitter, we have spread. I'm going to increase spread a little bit, like 0.2 or something. Wow, great. Now see, particles are emitting like this, right? Okay. Then what I'll do, I want particle to come down. Let's say if I light a flower pot kind of firework, so it will go like this and it should come back. Okay. So for that, select this. I would like to apply a field called gravity. You know gravity. Gravity, it tends to pull the object to down. So when I play what's happening, now by default, so because of gravity, the objects are falling down, right? The particles are falling down. But I want particle to go up for some time, then should come down. So for that, what I have to do, go to emitter, okay? Go to emitter, speed 1 is there, right? Instead of 1, I make it 5. I'm increasing the speed. So it's cool now. Just observe. Okay, it's going up and falling down. So I'm going to increase this to 10. Okay, it's going up, then falling down. Observe like this, right? And if you notice here, rate particle per second in the emitter, there are 100 particles are emitting per second. 100 particles are emitting per second. Okay, let it be for time being. We'll work on it. Now speed we have given 10, right? Random. So what is this random? I'll tell you. Speed now 10 means all the particle speed is 10. If I give random 7 or 8, the minimum speed of the particle is 7, maximum is 10. So that one particle speed might be 8, another might be 9, another might be 10, another might be 9.5. In between the range of 7 to 10, it won't be sequential, or it won't be the same. There is a randomization now. Okay, so understood up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now we have an output like this. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to select this particle. I don't want the particle to be point. I want this to be streak, and click on current render type. I'm going to, the streak look like this. Here thickness is there in that front, and in the back side, it's like a tail. Okay. So tail size, I'm gonna place it like this. I'm gonna increase the line width to 2. Tail fade, I'm gonna give it like this. It's like this. In the emitter, I would like to reduce the spread somewhat. It's like this. Okay. We have an output like this. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna create a plane. I'm going to create a plane, which I created here. One plane. So what I want is, when the particle, goes up and I want the particle to hit the surface, I'm going to create this as a ground. So what I'll be doing is, so observe carefully. First, I need to select the particle. Then I need to select the object, the ground. Okay. First is particle, then the ground. Go to n particles, make collide, collision. You know what is collision, right? Two things collide. So that's what I'm creating here. Make collide. First, you need to select the particle, then select the plane, click on make collide. Then you have to go to frame one. Always, whenever you do a setting, you apply something, you have to go to frame one by clicking this. Then you have to play. In dynamics, it is like that. Now see, particle is up. Wow. And there's a lot of bounciness. All the particles are bouncing. Particle is hitting the surface and bouncing. I don't want this bounciness. Now select the plane. How do we avoid bounciness? Select the plane. Once this polyplane is getting collided with the particle, a new attribute will generate here. A new attribute will generate in the plane option called geoconnector. Geo is geometry. After the collision, connector. Okay. So it's a geoconnector. So now resilience. Resilience is the option which will reduce bounciness. Now one is there. Now I make it 0.1. Then you observe. And I play. Particle is. Ouch. It's 0.1. See, particles are hitting the surface and it's spreading like this. There's another option called friction. You might know what is friction. Do you know what is friction? When two objects collide each other, automatically the velocity will be reduced. You know, velocity is speed. It will be reduced, right? Have you heard this word in your school? Friction. I think you might have heard, right?
Yes.
So friction, I make 0.5. So particles hit the surface and you can see the particle here. Then tessellation factor. Tessellation factor is the quality of the collision. I increase this to 1000. 1000, 0.1, 0.5, where it is in geoconnector. Okay. So I'm getting an output up to here like this. What if I want more number of particle? For that, I have to go to emitter. Instead of 100 per second, 100 particles are emitting. Instead of that, I made 500 particle to emit. Wow. See, more number of particle, right? Now I would like to apply some color for this. Select this particle, go to particle shape. Where to apply color? You have to come down here just below the particle attribute, render attribute. There's something called per particle attributes, per particle array attributes. Okay. There are these many options here. These many options are there. The entire option looks completely different. Till now, you haven't worked on this like this. Let's work on it. So below this add dynamic attribute is there. In this add dynamic attribute, there's something called color. Click on this color. A small window will pop up. It will ask add per object attribute. Add per object means entire thing will be considered as one object. Add per particle attribute. Individual particle will be considered. And shader is a material you can apply. So I want to go for the second one, add per particle attribute. When I click on add attribute, a new attribute will be added in this particular row. So I click on add attribute, you got RGB PP, right? You got RGB PP. Observe, when we apply RGB PP, something like this. Now, nothing is there here. So what we have to do is, here in RGB PP, right click, create a ramp. You have to create a ramp. Once you create a ramp, the particle comes over here and it dies. Particle is not falling down. Automatically a life has been defined. Particle birth rate, it get birth here, it dies here. Why? Because when we apply a ramp, automatically here lifespan, it was live forever earlier. Now it became constant. Once we apply ramp, it becomes constant. What we have to do is pick random range. You need to pick random range. The life of the particle to be random range. I don't want this to live for a second. I want this to live for some 4 seconds. Randomness, birth or death rate, randomness, let it be some 3. Okay.
Yes.
So that it get birth here, somewhere it dies here. Then let us play with some color. So click on this, right click. We added a ramp, right? Later you get option, means what you have to do is click here, right click, edit ramp. You have to go for edit ramp. The stat point, this is the stat point. Particle is getting birth here, it dies here. When the particle is getting birth, I want the particle color to be this color. Click on the next. I want the particle color to be this. Click on this, next. I want the particle color to be orangish. Then again click here, particle color to be of orange. Then here it's red. Then it should be maroon. Then it should be, means when the particle dies, okay, means when the firework, when it dies, how does it look? It will be something like this. Then black, right? Okay, now press 6 for color. You can see like this. Then when I take a render, so as I told you, in software it won't render. You have to pick hardware. In hardware, if you render, you get like this. Okay. So a lot many things you can play with this. So now particle streak is there. You can increase the tail size. Okay, instead of streak, you can take multi-streak. What is multi-streak? Multi-streak, there are so many, instead of one streak, there are 10 streaks are there. Okay, so I can reduce the count. I can increase the radius or reduce the radius. Okay, like this. Okay, I can go back to normal streak. So emitter, instead of 500, you can make it 1000 particles to emit per second. Not many things. This looks cool. Just observe. Like this. Okay. Any doubts up to here? Any doubts?
No.
While working, okay, you might get doubts. So what you have to do is refer the video. Okay. If you do this, you can use this for your showreel. Actually, this is called flower pot simulation. Okay. Flower pot simulation. So try this. So you can search flower pot fireworks. You get to see how does it look. Just try flower pot. You might have seen, right? How does a flower pot firework look?
For those who want more from life, Kingfisher Ultra. Live the ultra life.
Just check, okay, it's a simple firework. So you can try. So that's how it's, like we can create. If you see Kung Fu Panda, a lot many things, they have used in the movies. Flower pot animated, if you try, you get to see. Okay. So in the next class, I'll be showing, motion graphics, how to create a streams, motion graphic streams. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if you have any doubt, reach out to me. Okay. Send a message. I'll respond. And refer to the video. It's quite simple. What you have to do is you have to understand how many types of particles are there, how many types of emitters are there, and how does it behave when you apply some fields. This kind of trial and error you just do. And by looking at the video, create this example. Okay. And you have to share me the PlayBlast video in WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
I'll upload the video. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.